Well, good Friday morning is Bill Spry, ClassX Radio. Jumping into the classic rock news, let's see what's going on. Billy Corgan, the front man for the Smashing Pumpkins. Well, he recently launched his new podcast. It's called The Magnificent Others. And in the new episode, he sits down with the iconic Sharon Osbourne. And they were talking, and Sharon volunteers and says, you want to know what the biggest mistake I ever made with Ozzy was? Corgan says, no. She said, well, he got offered to go and read for the Pirates of the Caribbean. And I've never said this to anyone, but I said no. Now, wouldn't that have been perfect? Sharon continued. And, of course, Corgan agreed. Interesting. Other news, Peter Gabriel revealing that he's already working on a brand new album, the follow-up to 2023's I.O. In a recent interview, he shared it's going to be called O.I. That's I.O. backwards. Gabriel, you might recall, released I.O. over the course of 2023, dropping a song every month with the complete 12-track album officially dropping in December of that year. That record was Gabriel's first album of new material since 2010's Scratch My Back. And Genesis have announced that the deluxe box set reissue of their 1974 double album, The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway, originally slated for release in March, will now be on sale June 13th through Rhino Warner Records. However, the band have shared a brand new 2025 remaster of the iconic opening title track across all streaming platforms, and you can listen to it on your favorite one right now. Paul McCartney reminiscing about his busy time in New York. The Beatle, you might recall, well, he headlined 3 intimate club shows at the Bowery Ballroom February the 11th, the 12th, and 14th, and then he closed on Saturday Night Live 50, the anniversary special, Sunday night. Well, he just posted a carousel of photos from both on Instagram. And he says, we had a fabulous week in New York with 3 small gigs leading to the 50th anniversary show of SNL. And he went on to say, it's always exciting to play at small venues. It reminds me of when we began in places like the Cavern in Hamburg. The 3 gigs were played at the Bowery Ballroom, and he says they were fabulous. He added, we really enjoyed playing to the young, enthusiastic audience, and the atmosphere was intimate and electric. And the 2025 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominee and music icons Bad Company will be celebrated with a star-studded tribute album that will be released this fall via Primary Wave Music. It's called Can't Get Enough, a tribute to Bad Company, and it brings together artists across rock, country, and Americana to create fresh interpretations of Bad Company's classic hits, including Feel Like Making Love, Run with the Pack, Shooting Star, and the renowned self-titled Bad Company. I remember when I saw that album in the stores, I didn't know the band all those years ago. I just remember seeing the album Bad Company in the stores, and I thought they were a soul act. Boy, was I ever wrong. Well, the tribute album will also feature special appearances by the original members Paul Rodgers and Simon Kirke, and a cover of Free's All Right Now, written by Rodgers and Andy Frazier, with more to be announced in the coming weeks. Paul Rodgers and Mick Ralphs, I should say, of Bad Company, they wrote, as songwriters, Mick and I are intrigued to hear how these talented and varied musicians will perform our songs. From what we've heard thus far, the creative energy is definitely flowing, and there's plenty of heart and soul energy being injected into the songs. So we salute and we thank them all. I know the band, man, they got to be so excited. I only wish Brian Howe was here to be included in all that. It's a shame that we lost that man. I really, really liked him. He brought a different sound to Bad Company, but I freaking loved it. I thought they were incredible. So it's like two different versions of the band, and both of them were incredible. Well, that's what we got for you today on your rock news updates here on ClassX Radio. You can find these classic rock news updates now. We're on TikTok, YouTube, the ClassX Radio Facebook page, as well as X, Gab, Truth Social. Yes, we are patriots. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and follow, as well as discover classic deep rock tracks, B-sides, all of it right now. ClassXradio.com. We're also on the ClassX Radio TuneIn channel. And our very own mobile apps are available on your app store. Just search ClassX Radio. You'll find them. ClassX Radio is rock radio for Gen Xers and, of course, baby boomer. I can't even say it. Baby boomers. Have a great weekend.